guys, how are you? I hope everybody's doing well. Happy Saturday. Okay, so just so you guys know, if you missed it, I made a new emoji for the channel. It's the Bells of Malevolence. I'm going to fix it a little bit because it doesn't really show up well on like when you have dark turned on. So I'm going to fix it, but it's there for now, just so you guys know. Let me say good morning to everybody. Good morning, Autism Mom. Good morning, Shamita. Good morning, Neat Noodle, Petunia, Allie, Kimberly, and Kaylin, Nadine, my boo. Let me see. There's me. I don't need to say hi to me. I've already said hi to me this morning. I think I got every... Oh, a million sparkles. Mrs. Peacock, hello. Hello, Edith. Hello, Love Shack Sarah. Good to see you. Glad everybody is here. Roberta, good to see you. Rebrand, Shauna, I think Preschool Granny, Chris C, Adrian, good to see everybody. Good morning, good morning. Music City Mom, good morning. All right, so let's just get into it, shall we? Oh, but before we do get into it, let me give you guys, I haven't done this in a while, a word from our sponsor.
And Kai, when you're on Jen Lou's channel, what do you do with the like button?
Smash, smash, smash! Yeah.
Yeah. Smash that like button, y'all. Or hell, if you just want to see what the dislike button does, smash that too. So anyway, okay, so let's get into it. So how we're going to start is this whole thing started back a couple of weeks ago. Remember, I did a live. Gypsy Rose Blanchard Anderson is suing creator Fancy Maselli. She has the channel, The Good Wives Network. After the live, all the videos and stuff that I use, I'll go ahead and put those in the description so you can check them out yourselves. Okay. So Fancy and her friend Sarah, who co-hosts with her on the Good Wives Network, took a little road trip from where they live to Missouri to be there for for Fancy's court appearance. She was summoned. She had to go. Well, the morning of the incident, well, the morning that they were due in court, they went downstairs to have a continental breakfast. And apparently, Mike Stanfield, who would be the opposing counsel, he represents Gypsy Rose Blanchard Anderson, as she likes to be called now. I don't know. She's probably going to change that in a minute anyway, so whatever. But he represents Gypsy and her family in the defamation lawsuit. So they're down there having a continental breakfast. Apparently, according to what Fancy and Sarah say and what they put in their report, Sarah went over to where Mike Stanfield and another gentleman were seated and said that she was a member of the press and she wanted to get like an official statement. And according to what Fancy and Sarah allege, Mike Stanfield was none too happy. He said that she was not a member of the press, that she is with Fancy, and there was an alleged chest bump. Okay. Well, the police end up being called, but Sarah and Fancy had to dip because they had to be in court and they didn't want to be late. So apparently after the hearing in which the judge decided that that was not the right venue, his courtroom, Missouri isn't where this lawsuit should be brought, he dismissed it. Okay. So then after that, I guess Fancy and Sarah made a police report. Okay. And I'm going to show you guys what Fancy had to say. Hold on a minute. This is an update that she gave on June 8th after this allegedly happened. Now, I'm saying allegedly because, to be quite honest with you, I wasn't there. I didn't see the video. I don't know. All I can do is tell you what was said, who said it, and then read you official documents. And it's up to everybody to make up their own minds. I haven't made my mind up. I'm just going to reserve judgment until this thing gets to court, and we'll find out. All right, so let me make this bigger. And again, I will, here is I'm putting this in chat. All this is under fair use. This is the video from which I am getting the comments from. It is from the Good Wives Network. Anywho, I'll put the links in the description when this is over. All right, here we go. Hold on. Okay.
Hey guys, it's Fancy, and you're watching the Good Wives Network, and I wanted to take a moment to come on and explain to you about the situation with the assault that Sarah had happened to her in our hotel room before heading to court on Wednesday. Yes, we have the footage. Yes, we took video of it. Yes, we handed it over to the police, and yes, they will be sending it to the county prosecutor's office. We have not released it because we are doing our proper things to do and giving it to the proper authorities. And we want to make sure that this is handled properly because this is a very serious action. Not only is it assault, it was an attempt to intimidate 2 or 3 different witnesses in this case specifically. And so it is a very, very, very serious thing that happened. And we need to make sure that we handle this properly. We are under no obligation whatsoever to release that to the public ever. And if we so choose to, it will be when we choose to do so, when we feel is the right time for our case that we are working through. It's not the best thing for us to just shove out information because you guys want it. I'm sorry. We have given you millions of updates on this. We have had witnesses confirm what happened, and you keep hassling us for this. You're not our supporters that are asking. I know who they are, and they're not asking. These are random people sent here to continuously keep harassing us. So you can keep asking the question, and I'll just keep blocking you because we're not going to rush to put something out that isn't important to you, but is extremely important to us. Have a good one from the Good Wives, serving up true crime, one dish at a time. Bye, guys.
Okay, so there's that. There is, while Fancy did not put out the whole video, I'm going to show you guys in just a second here what she says. This is, I guess it's part of a video, or perhaps because there's movement in it. So this is where she says they were and how in relation to what happened. Okay. So let me add this to the stage. It's a short. I can't make it any bigger. I'm sorry, but let me rewind it here. Hold on. All right. Here we go. There's music to it, but so I just muted it because I don't really know where the music came from. And quite honestly, I don't want to get a copyright claim. I don't have time for any of that. Okay, so evidently this is where this all took place, in this dining area at the hotel. And Fancy and Sarah maintained they were nowhere near where this happened, or nowhere near them. Okay. So now I am going to read to you from the probable cause, and you guys can make your own determination. There is another video that I had considered playing. It is from a creator who, it was posted on TikTok. And the thing about TikTok that I'm not a huge fan of is when you go live from TikTok, you're live then, right? And everybody can see it. There's no rewind. So if you came in late, too bad, so sad. I don't particularly care for that because sometimes you need to go back in here. But also, and I think more importantly, the thing that I dislike about TikTok probably the most about their lives. I like the app. If it is what it is. But anywho, what I'm not a fan of about their live is when the live is done, it's gone from TikTok. Now, I don't know if the creator themselves gets to keep it. I don't know the ins and outs of the Tickety Talks because while I have an account over there, I don't have one for my channel. And although my daughters have both said you need to make a Tickety Talk account for the channel, I'm just like, I don't think so. I don't really feel like doing that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. Anywho, that's the deal there. So now what I'm going to show to you guys is the probable cause affidavit. And let me make sure that really quickly there isn't any identifying like information in here. Okay. There is not. So let me add this to the stage. Are y'all ready? Okay, let me take a little drink. Hold on. I see some things in the chat. Let me see what I see. Rando, hi. This is about the Good Wives Network. Fancy Maselli, the creator on YouTube, I think, and she does have a TikTok account. This is essentially what happened when Fancy and her team member, Sarah, went to Missouri. This happened the morning of the court case before they went to court. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to read it to y'all. All right. Comes now Billy Reynolds, an officer with Chillicothe Police Department. I know I don't say that word right. And if somebody wants to write it in the chat phonetically, I'll say it correctly. But I feel like Chillicothe. It's either Chillicothe or Chillicothe. I think it's Chillicothe. An officer with the Chillicothe Police Department, and upon their oath and under the penalty of perjury, swears as follows. My name is Billy Reynolds. I am employed with the Chillicothe Police Department, and I have probable cause to believe that April L. Johns has committed one or more criminal offenses in Chillicothe, Livingston County, Missouri, based upon the following facts. On 6/5/24 at approximately 09:02 hours, I, Officer B. Reynolds, responded to the 700 block of Webster Street to speak with an individual who wanted to make a statement about being assaulted in the 200 block of West Business 36 Highway. Upon arriving on scene, I spoke with two individuals I later identified as Suspect 1 and Suspect 2, who wanted to make a statement about an assault that occurred earlier in the day. I spoke with Suspect 2, and she advised that they were staying at a hotel in the 200 block of West Business 36 Highway because they were in Chillicothe to document a court hearing. Okay, let me stop right there. The suspect in this that are being referred to in this probable cause are Fancy and Sarah. Okay. The charge is filing a false police report, but we will get into that. And, okay, it is Chillicothe. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that because, I don't want to offend anybody. Oh, autism mom, thank you so much. I appreciate that, babe. Thank you. It's very generous. Okay. All right. Back to reading. So let's keep going. All right. Suspect 2 stated she observed victim 1 and his associate in the dining area of the hotel and walked over to them and asked them if they had time to make a statement about the hearing. Suspect 2 states victim 1 yelled and threatened her. Suspect 2 states, victim 1 stands up and chest bumps her, causing her to step back. I don't know why I'm yelling. I feel like I'm yelling. All right. Suspect 2 states, victim 1 stands up and chest bumps her, causing her to step back. Suspect 2 continues stating that she was so scared after victim 1 chest bumped her, she immediately runs back to where suspect 1 is. After speaking with suspect 2, I asked suspect 1 if she observed the incident and stated she did. I asked suspect 1 if she was willing to make a statement about the incident and stated she would. I had suspect 1 and suspect 2 meet me back at the Chillicothe Police Department where they filled a statement. Before suspect 1 and 2 gave me a written statement, I advised them if they write a false statement, they could be charged as such. Suspect 1 and 2 acknowledged this by writing their initials under the section that reads what would happen if they made a false statement on the form. I think that it's supposed to be form, but the word is forum. So I'll just read it as written. Statement on the forum. In suspect 1 witness statement, she writes she was in Chillicothe for civil court because she was a respondent in a civil case for defamation and stalking. Suspect 1 writes it was around 8 a.m. when she entered the lobby of the hotel to have breakfast. Suspect 1 writes she and a couple of work associates were sitting down when they observed victim 1 and his associate entered the lobby. Suspect 1 grabs her phone and victim 1 tells her to put it away. Suspect 1 takes a few photos so she could have it as evidence if anything happened. Suspect 1 states suspect 2 walks into the lobby and approached victim 1 and his associate, introducing herself as a member of the media. Suspect 1 states victim 1 and his associate began to yell at her. Suspect 1 writes victim 1 forcibly told suspect 2 to go back up and pushed her full contact with his chest. Suspect 2 recorded her contact with victim 1 and showed me the video. In the video, I see suspect 2 walk over to the victim and victim 1 and his associate and ask them if they wanted to make a comment about the court hearing today. In the video, victim 1 and his associate tell suspect 2 it's not the time or place and ask her to leave them alone. Suspect 2 stands there for a moment before victim 1 gets up and says something to suspect 2. It was hard to understand due to the quality of the video. Suspect 2 steps back and the victim 1 walks past her. I never see or hear victim 1 and his associate yell at suspect 2. I also do not observe victim 1 forcibly tell suspect 2 to back up or chest bump her. D. A statement was also collected from witness 1 who observed the incident at the hotel. When witness 1's statement, she writes, suspect 2 walks over to victim and his associate while they're eating and starts talking and asking them questions. Witness 1 states victim 1 and his associate politely ask suspect 2 to leave them alone and she does not walk away. Witness 1 writes she sees victim 1 and his associate get up and walk away asking her to call the police. E. Video footage was obtained from the hotel in the video. I observe suspect 2 walk up to victim 1 and his associate and proceed to have a conversation. They continue to have a conversation and I observe victim 1 stand up, facing suspect 2, before she steps back and victim 1 walks past her and out of frame. Suspect 2 continues to record victim 1's associate for around 5 seconds before suspect 2 walks back to where suspect 1 is standing. At no time do I see victim 1 or his associate make any threatening gestures towards suspect 2. I do not see victim 1 chest bump suspect 2. I also do not see suspect 2 run back to where suspect 1 is, like she had written and verbally stated to me. The video suspect 1 showed me and the surveillance, geez, Jen Reed, showed everything suspect 1 and 2 stated victim 1 had done did not occur. I believe a criminal summons will not suffice to secure the attendance of this suspect because April Johns has multiple convictions and are as followed. Bench warrant in Warren County, offense date in Kentucky, 7/20/2009. Fraud to obtain aid, felony in Riverside, California, guilty on 3/22/2000. B. April Johns continued to victimize victim 1 even after being, oh my goodness, this is a horrible sentence. April Johns continued to victimize victim 1 even after being told by victim 1 to leave him alone. April Johns does not reside in the state of Missouri, which does not guarantee a criminal summons will suffice. So that is that. Let me get over here to you guys. So basically, the issue here comes down to, in my estimation, it's sort of a he said, she said situation. According to the probable cause, it does not appear that the statements given by Fancy and Sarah, who in this document are referred to by suspect 1 and suspect 2, matches their video that they recorded or the video from the hotel. There's also, as I started to say earlier, a video that came on, that was on TikTok that comes from a witness, an alleged witness. Let me say it like that because I wasn't there and I don't know. An alleged witness, and I'm not sure if this is the same witness that's in this statement. It doesn't sound like it to me. This witness that's in this statement sounds like somebody else, maybe somebody that was just in the hotel or hotel personnel. I'm not sure, but I don't think it's this creator that's on TikTok. Apparently, they were there, and they've also changed their story. At one point, they were live, and they said that they saw and reported essentially what Fancy and Sarah reported, that she was chest bumped. Then apparently they were on a panel on another creator's channel, and they changed their story and said they didn't witness anything. So in the interest of fairness, because I don't think that this is the witness that's referenced in the document, I'm not going to show that video. It's about 9 minutes, but I will put that video in the description of this live. So if you guys want to go back and watch it, then you can. Okay, now this is, so basically what they're going to charge April or Fancy with is the prosecuting attorney of Livingston County, Missouri, charges that the defendant, in violation of Section 575.080 RSMO, committed the Class B misdemeanor of making a false report, punishable upon conviction under Section blah, 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 in that on or about June 5th, 2024, in the county of Livingston, state of Missouri, the defendant knowingly made a false report to Officer Billy Reynolds, a law enforcement officer, that a crime, namely assault, had occurred. The facts that form the basis for this information and belief are contained in the attached statement of facts made part hereof and submitted as its basis upon which the court may find the existence of probable cause. Wherefore, the prosecuting attorney prays an arrest warrant be issued as provided by law. Okay, so that is what the charges are. The charges are not just against Fancy from the Good Wives Network. Sarah also apparently was charged as well. However, being that I don't know, and I don't want anybody to say it if they know, it's not important. I can promise you that the likelihood is that the probable cause affidavit reads exactly the same in her case as it does in Fancy's. But I can't look that up because I do not know Sarah's last name, and I don't want to know it. I don't need to know it. Like I said, I feel like what was put in the probable cause affidavit probably is exactly the same for both cases. So it's really not necessary. Please, 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 if you're listening to me on replay, don't put it in the comment section either. Nobody needs to know. It's not important. Okay. So that is what's going on. Now, here's what I think. This is just my opinion. Take it however you want. I'm not going to argue whether Sarah was a member of media or not, because in my opinion, it really doesn't matter. That's not important. I'm not going to quibble over that small detail. I think it's basically an argument of semantics and not germane to the conversation. What I personally believe is that it was a bad idea for her to walk over and get a comment from essentially opposing counsel. If they wanted a comment, the thing that I would have done is I would have contacted his office and asked for a statement. That's what I would have done. That's just my opinion. However, she decided to do what she decided to do. It was her choice. And the end result is that they wound up with charges. Now, personally, I have not seen the video. As I understand it, the video has not been released by the Good Wives Network. So I can't say what happened on that video, whether the video that is, whether the video shows what's claimed in the probable cause affidavit. I can't say for certain. And basically how I'm going to leave it is, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to that video, the statements, and the video from the hotel, like their own video, right? And what will be, will be. And when it goes to court, I will cover it. I will update you guys with what the end result was. I feel like the best thing to do, if I were involved in this, if this were me, I wouldn't be saying anything. Like, I am a firm believer when they read you your Miranda rights and they tell you have the right to remain silent, that you should exercise that right until the conclusion of the case. That's just how I feel. But obviously, I don't, whatever people do is whatever people do. And if there's a comment, I'll report on it. I have no dog in this fight. I don't have any, I'm not rooting for either side. If I'm rooting for anything, I'm rooting for the truth, and whatever the truth is will come out. And that's about it. I don't want, like I always say all the time, because I feel like although the part that I'm discussing is is the actual case and the legality surrounding it, it is a bit of drama. And you all know how I feel about drama. My name is Paul, and that's between y'all. My name's Bennett, and I ain't in it. That's how I feel. I just want to report the facts. And that's how I feel about that. As far as the other case goes with the defamation, I have a feeling, it's my opinion, that if Mike Stanfield and Gypsy and Gypsy's family had no intention of following through, they would have never filed it in the first place. So I think they're going to go back to the drawing board, and they will file it in whatever jurisdiction after after they do their. I think that this is what I think about Mike filing it in Missouri. Personally, it's my opinion, and I'm not an attorney, but I have watched a buttload of trials. I know how to work Google, and I ask people that are attorneys if I don't know, if I can get a hold of them. I didn't in this case, but this is what I think happened. I think that Mike Stanfield filed in Missouri because everything that was alleged in the defamation and stalking portion stem from this contract between Fancy and Gypsy, the life rights contract, which was signed while Gypsy resided in Chillicothe prison. MK Leon. Thank you. I appreciate that. That is so generous. I appreciate that. So, thank you. If you guys got a membership, thank MK because he's the best. He's just a good dude, all around good guy. He is a scholar and a gentleman. I do adore me some MK. Anyway, let me not get too off topic. Y'all know I be getting in the weeds too much sometimes. I think that he filed it there as a sort of a dotting of I's, crossing of T's, because when it comes to civil and criminal cases, sometimes not criminal as much, but civil for sure. I hope I don't give anybody any kind of, I don't put you in your feels about this, but subject matter jurisdiction is a real thing. And I think that while the contract that Gypsy signed, there were terms in there regarding arbitration, mitigation, but it all stemmed out of California. I think that Mike Stanfield decided to go to Missouri with it just to make sure that they actually didn't have subject matter jurisdiction. That's what I think. Okay. I don't know. I'm not in his head, but it seems logical to me. I think likely if the contract says that everything is under the jurisdiction of California, that's likely where they will go next. Okay. It would just make logical sense to me, but I don't think it's over. I don't think it's done. I think it's going to continue. And I think all of this remains to be seen. Also, I want to give you guys an update. Although that I have taken a little break, mostly because I wasn't sure how I wanted to cover part 3 of Gypsy and Nick in their own words. I started back working on it, and I think that I should have it done probably by the end of this month. I mean, those documentaries take a long time to do, you guys, and I appreciate everybody being patient with me while I figured out how I wanted to do it. Also, if you're interested in joining my Patreon, I'm going to be covering and reviewing Gypsy's new docuseries, Life After Lockup. I always want to say Love After Lockup because that is a show on, or it used to be on the We Network. Such a good show. Like, it's not, you're not going to learn anything, but it's super dramatic, kind of, it's a little extra in the best kind of way. But I'm going to do it over on Patreon as like a break from all of the true crime. So I will be doing that over there. And I think that's all. Okay, Lil Red asks, Jen Lu, what is your thoughts about Fancy asking her subscribers to help pay for the legal issues? My name's Pawn. That's between y'all. Listen, this is how I feel about this, just generally speaking. If a creator wants to ask their subscribers for help with something, it is between the creator and their subscribers. It's none of my business. And I don't really have, I would be very, very hypocritical if I made a judgment on it. And here's why. Because last year, Minnie Bindi decided last minute that she wanted to go to prom. And my subscribers helped tremendously. They rallied for me. Also, when I lost the monetization on my channel, in between, so you can submit an appeal, and even when the appeal is granted, YouTube does hold your check from that month. So I didn't get a check in December. I didn't get it paid until January. So all of my earnings for November and December, I was paid in January. And my subscribers rallied around me and donated to me. They joined my Patreon. Not only that, but other creators, specifically Alex Erickson, and Melissa Jade, rallied around me. And they posted my Patreon link, my Cash App, and my PayPal. So it would be super hypocritical of me to make a judgment about that. Because I've done it. So I feel like it's not my place to say. I think that kind of stuff is really between the creator and their subscribers, their community. So as far as, hold on a second. Now I am seeing this. I can't find the original comment, but I will say this. As far as the situation with Colleen, which is part of the Good Wives Network team, I don't know what the deal is with that, to be quite honest with you. And I have no interest in interviewing her or asking her why she's not, because that's not really part of any like relevant case to me. That's what I cover over here is true crime. So it's not really, not in my, let me be super fancy. It's not in my purview. No, it's not the right word. It's not in the, I mean, I suppose it's, I guess, okay of a word, but really it's not in the realm of things that I speak about on this channel. So it's more like drama. Lil Red, thank you so much. That's so generous. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. So, well, thank you, James Blonde 007. I love it. I just, I that's just how I feel, it's not in my wheelhouse. There you go. Oh, thank you very much, Autism Mom of Two. I love you guys too. Yeah, I appreciate all of that. You guys are so sweet to me and super generous and just really supportive. And I just appreciate it. I'm super grateful, you guys. I really am. You have no idea. And in that spirit, I just wanted to tell you guys, I am inching ever, ever closer to 10,000 subscribers. And I was just talking to Allie about this earlier. And the first stream that I want to do when I do hit that is a charity stream. And I know that St. Jude is one of the approved charities through YouTube. So all of the money goes directly to St. Jude. And the reason why I wanted to contribute to St. Jude is because, as some of you guys, most of you guys know, my little grandbaby, Olivia Chicky Neggy Putt Pie Esquire, has interstitial lung disease and systemic juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. I think it's called something different now, the juvenile arthritis, but it is an autoimmune disease, and the ILD is something that she got because of the medications that she needed to be on for the rheumatoid arthritis. So St. Jude is constantly doing research and constantly coming up with medications and, you know, stuff for critically ill children. And while Olivia is not critically ill, ILD is a terminal diagnosis. So, you know, it's my hope that the research that they're doing at St. Jude will help benefit children like Olivia. And so I would like nothing more than to give back to them. And so that is my pledge to everybody. I wanted to make it public. I wanted to make it loud. I wanted to make it proud as soon as I hit 10,000 subscribers. And I'm approved to do a charity stream. You can bet that I will be doing that. Okay. I just want to let you guys know that. So, anywho, that is kind of all that I had to say about that. Loves Shack Sarah. I want to say I am absolutely reading your comments. And these are questions I myself have had regarding what happened in that bedroom on the night of June 9th, 2015. I have always wanted to know if measurements were taken. I have always wanted to know what is in that autopsy report. Maybe one day we'll get to see it. I don't know. Nadine, my boo. Thank you, babe, for gifting 5 memberships. I appreciate that. Super generous. If you guys get a membership from Nay, please thank her. I love it. I also want to give a shout out. There was a subscriber yesterday, and I forgot to mention this when I did the live about Sarah Boone and her letter. There was a subscriber yesterday who left a comment on a post that I made letting me know that those letters had been uploaded to Orange County Clerk's website. And so thank you for that, for letting me know. I appreciate that so much. Also, I wanted to make a shorter intro, and I sent the song that I used to Nay, and along with another song. And Nay, I have to say, is the one who encouraged me, A, to make another intro if I wanted to, but B, she's the one that really was like, I can see your intro with that song. So shout out to Nay. She inspires me in so many different ways. So anyway, that's really all that I had for you guys today. Also, I want to remind everybody, just as Ali said, tonight over on Alex Erickson's channel, if somebody would please drop Ali's link, go over and subscribe to her, because if you're not subscribed to Ali, I don't even know what you're doing with your YouTube life. I don't know. You just have, I promise if you subscribe to Ali, you will not have regrets. Promise. But she and I are going to be interviewing Kit, who communicated with Letitia Stout while she was awaiting trial. I am super excited. And again, if you guys have questions that you want to ask, email me. My email address is, let me put it in the chat for y'all. Here it is. Hold on. I can't type and talk at the same time. And if you will write in the subject line, questions for Kit, I would be appreciative of it. That way I know what we're looking at. And that is, I don't know that case, Outlandish History, but I will absolutely look into it. I do like to cover cases that have gone cold. So I will absolutely look into that for you. But yeah, anywho, that is kind of that's what we're doing tonight. You don't want to miss it. It's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central, and 3 Pacific, I think. I think that's right. I don't know. I haven't done Pacific time in a long time, y'all. But I feel like if you're in the Pacific time zone, if it's 7 Eastern and 8 Central, or 7 Eastern, 6 Central, then you know what time it is Pacific. Because they don't usually put that in commercials. You ever notice that? They don't put the Pacific time. Anywho, that is all I have for you guys today. I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for being here and supporting me. Welcome to new members. I appreciate it tremendously. Thank you. And I will see you over at Alex Erickson's tonight at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Bye.